Good morning, everyone. Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. How are you all this morning? I'm super excited to be here for my normal weekly crafting session here on YouTube. So if this is the first time that you have visited, please say hello. Please let me know where you're watching from, and please drop a comment into the comment section, because it's always awesome to be able to chat with people as I craft. So today, my name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I sell all things to do with paper crafting, and it's a super fun time with Stampin' Up. We have awesome specials happening at the moment. It's celebration time right at this very moment. So celebration runs through January and February this year. And for every $90 you spend here in Australia, you receive a free item. You can choose a free item out of our celebration mini catalog. So we've got stamp sets, we've got designer series paper. There's also a level 2 category. So the level 2 category is you can get a stamp set and some designer series paper, matching designer series paper, or you can actually get a stamp set that is a beautiful stamp set that's got many stamps in it. So hello, we've got Bree, we've got Trish, Carolyn, Vicky, Vaughn, Christine, Paper Hugs, Margaret, Glenda, Karen, Elizabeth, Suzanne, Vicky and Lynn. Hello, welcome everybody. So as I said, when you come in, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I've got a super fun few things to share with you this morning. I thought I would do something more like a simple stamping section this morning, and then show you how you can actually step it up from simple stamping to a casual crafter or to a more avid crafter. So I've been sharing some tips each week of how I come up with my color schemes or how I come up with my design process. So this week I'm going to share with you another tip on how to come up with color combinations, because the color combinations are something that I think a lot of people struggle with. So feel free when you're jumping in, please share back onto your social media site. So share, you can hit that share button down below, and you can share back to Facebook if you like. That helps more people get to see my crafting. So, and it's awesome to spend some crafty time with you on a Sunday morning. Hello, welcome. There's quite a few of you jumping in now. Okay, so once again, celebration is an awesome time to shop. It's also an awesome time to join. So during celebration, there's an extra little perk on top of the starter kit. So the starter kit is always a really good special. It's a good special all year round. I don't care what anyone says, it is the best deal in the book. But during January and February, you can purchase the starter kit. It only costs $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. And as an added bonus on top, you get 200 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper in all of the color families. That is a brand new product that has not even been released yet. It's coming in our new catalog in May this year. So that's over $100 worth of designer series paper for free on top of choosing your $235. My top, Glenda's telling me that my top, and it's holding your comment, I'll say show. It's holding your comment in review. Glenda's saying that my top looks like some of the DSP in the catalog. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm so excited that you could all join me this morning. Can you contact me, Vicky? Vicky, I will show you the way of contacting me. Just hang on, and I'll put my camera down onto the desk, and you will see this in every video. So Vicky, you can contact me here at bejeweled01@gmail.com, or you can call me on my phone number, which is 0421725015. So yes, you can contact me, Vicky. I would be happy to have a chat with you. So this is what I'm using this morning, and I wanted to show you a little bit about So Sharon's saying, where do you live in? If you live in Australia, that I can help you for sure, Vicky. Yes. So Vicky, please, after this video, just give me a call on my mobile. I would be happy to have a chat with you. So during celebration, the offer of joining, as I said, is the designer series paper. You get 5 packs of them. Let me see if I have them here on hand. Yes, I do. Okay, so you get 5 packs of these paper. They're all in our color family, so you can see how much paper is in each pack. So you've got the subtles, you've got the neutrals, you've got the regals, you've got the brights, and you've also got our 2020-2022 in colors. So it is an awesome deal to get that there, 200 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper on top of the $235. Not to mention that you get a 20% discount off all of your orders following that. And you also get to be a part of my team. And being a part of my team means that you can get free business training. If you wanted to run it as a business, you get free crafty inspiration. You get all of my videos for my Stamps Club every month. My team get those videos for free. I share it into our team Facebook page. So it's an awesome thing to join my team. Plus, I didn't get number 2 in Australia if I didn't know what I was doing. Just joking. So I love helping and I love growing my team. So this is what I wanted to show you this morning. So thank you, Sharon. Sharon, you're actually like really trying to do the hard sell of me, aren't you? Oh, look, honestly, Vicky, please reach out to me for sure. Make sure you just give me a call. I'd be happy to have a chat with you straight after this video. Okay, so we have these here. Now, these are what they call like a color coach. And they are fantastic. These are for our in colors. I had these because when people were in my in color club, I actually did up these color swatches, and we have these as a resource for us as Stampin' Up demonstrators to use. And so what I did was I looked through and I thought, you know what color combination do I want to use? So you can see here on these cinnamon cider. So it shows you some different color combinations to use with cinnamon cider, crushed curry and Cajun craze, cinnamon cider, early espresso and petal pink, cinnamon, crumb cake, and cherry cobbler. So you can see, listen to my girls here. Lynn's saying that I help a lot. Jill's saying I help a lot. Yes. So definitely contact me. All right. So you can see here that you've got your main color on the top. So what I decided was I wanted to use, where did I put it? Here, Magenta Madness was what I wanted to use. So this is where I came up with the color combination. So the first one up here I thought was really, really a nice combination. Magenta Madness, Coastal Cabana, and So Saffron. Or there's Magenta Madness, Pool Party, and Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, and Calypso Coral. So there's some really great ideas here. So by using something like a color combination, I did say probably 2 weeks ago, I think it was, just to do Google images and type in Stampin' Up color combos, and you can type in the name of the color that you want to use as your main color, and then you can see different color combinations to go with that color. So that helps a little bit. Or you can use your designer series paper like I did last week. I used the designer series paper to try and to work out my color combination as well. So so you can see, look at that color palette. Isn't that just so yummy that you just want to eat it? Like, honestly, it reminds me of some candy, some really nice, you know, those heart candies, you know, the candies that used to have the writing on them, like I love you and be my friend and all those conversation candies. Weren't they called conversation candies? I can't remember, but that's what this color combination reminds me of. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to do a really simple, easy card. So I've got my inks out here. So I've got my Magenta Madness, Coastal Cabana, and my So Saffron. So I'll pop those aside. And I got this bundle here. Now, if you're a beginner and you just got this bundle, the first card that I'm going to make, I'm going to show you how with 3 inks, you can actually make a really, really cute birthday, cute card just with the stamp set. And then we'll drum it up a little bit and use the dies that go with it. So it's called Brush Blooms. It's great. It's a good sentiment stamp set for friends, birthday, just because you deserve it. Let's paint the town as long as I'm home by 9 a.m. By 9 p.m. 9 a.m. That would be a big night out, wouldn't it? All right. And it's got some beautiful flowers and this beautiful brush stroke. Now, I absolutely love, it reminds you of that Love Heart Lollies. I know, Margaret, I agree. Gelato colors? Yes, it could too, Lynn. All right. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I think I'm going to use maybe my Saffron as the card base. And I'm going to use Coastal Cabana as one layer. So I'm just going to bring in my paper trimmer. So my card base is cut at 5 3/4 by 8 inches. Folded in half gives me a 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch card front size. So to cut a layer, because I've got 4 inches this way, I'm just going to take 1/4 inch off. And because I've got 5 3/4 inches this way, I'm going to take 1/4 inch off that. So 1/4 inch off 4 inches is 3 3/4 inches. So I'm going to do 3 3/4 inches. And then I'm going to turn it and do it at 5 1/2 inches. And that's going to give me a really good matting layer on top there. Okay. So for this one, I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to grab some Whisper White, which I didn't get my Whisper White out. All right, so now I'm going to cut down 1/4 inch from that again. So if you're a beginner crafter, this will help you with how you design your layers for your crafting. All right, so this one now is at 3 3/4 inches this way and 5 1/2 inches that way. So I'm going to cut this one at 3 1/2 inches. Actually, I'm going to do it the 5 1/4. 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. I always do that so I can get 4 out of each sheet. So 3 1/2 by 5 1/4, and that's going to give me a good 1/8 inch border all the way around that layer there like that. Okay, so by stepping down just by 1/4 inch, that really helps with your layers. All right, so with that, I'm then going to grab out that background stamp. So this one's going to be a really simple, easy card. I'm going to use the large background stamp, the large brushstroke stamp. And I'm going to do my lightest color first because I don't want to contaminate the inks. When I say contaminate the inks, it's not really going to contaminate the inks, but I know that if I use a yellow and then I use a blue or a pink, it tends to go a bit of a funky color, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to use our Saffron first. And I'm going to ink up that stamp, and I need a piece of scrap paper because that stamp hasn't been used before. Okay. Oh, bear with me. I'm just getting a scrap piece of paper. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to stamp off and smoosh it because I haven't used this stamp before. I want to make sure that my ink is going to adhere to my stamp really well. So I'm just going to, with that, stamp one right there. Okay, I'm going to clean that off. And I'm going to ink up with my Coastal Cabana. one right there. And then I'm going to clean that off. And then I'm going to ink up with my Magenta Madness. Like that. And I just got Magenta Madness all over my finger. Okay, so just like that. Okay. I'm going to ink up again. And I'm going to see what I mean about funky color, especially with this Magenta Madness. Okay, I'm going to ink up again with my yellow. There. And I think I'm going to ink up again with Coastal Cabana. I think I can squeeze one in on the other end. Actually, no, I think I'm going to go pink. I'm going to go Magenta Madness. Like that. Oh. Okay. So there we have a really cute, fun pattern. And then I'm just going to grab one of the sentiments here. I think I'm going to do just because. Just because. So you can see that this is a really easy card to make. And I think I'm going to do it in Coastal Cabana. Okay, so just because. Down there. Just because. Okay. So what beginner stamper could not do that? Good choice. Looks great already. Thank you, Lynn. All right. So, okay. So I'm just going to now glue that with some Tombow, because if I was a beginner stamper, I would want to use Tombow so I could have that wiggle room. The difference between adhesives, because a lot of people say, how do you know what adhesive to use and when? If I'm doing layers and I want them to line up really, really nicely and I want to get that border really nice and easy, see how you've got the wiggle room? You can move that around a little bit. You've got a couple of seconds before it adheres to the card. Okay, so just because. And I'm just going to adhere that down to the front of the card. Okay. And then I'll do an insert for it as well. So I'm just going to bring in that Whisper White paper again and cut a 3 3/4 inch piece. Now save these pieces. Did I cut it? I cut it a little bit small. Hang on, I'm going to grab my other piece. 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And so on this piece, on the insert, I'm going to do a similar thing, but I'm just going to do a stamped off version so it's not so bright. And that way then we can write over the top. So we're just going to stamp off, and I'm only going to do 3 of them. So I'm just going to use my So Saffron first. Actually, no, I won't. I'll do it all the same, but I want to stamp off. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stamp off. So I've inked up, stamped off, and then in. So like that. Clean that off. Ink up with Coastal Cabana. Stamp off again. And in. So can you see by stamping off, we're getting a much softer look. And then that's able to, we can print, do a sentiment in there and stamp over the top, and it will show up really well. Sometimes if you're stamping your sentiment, like I did last week, or actually Thursday, I think it was, if you do your sentiment and it's not dark enough, or you do your stamp over piece and it's too bright and too obvious, then you can't see your sentiment. It won't show up. I actually might do for my forever friend, because I think to show you how you can stamp with the sentiment over the top. Okay, so I'm going to ink that one up. I think I'm going to ink it up with Magenta Madness. Okay, for my forever friend. Look at that. How cute is that? Hey Ruth, how you going? Thanks for joining. All right. The colors I'm using, Jenny, are Coastal Cabana, Magenta Madness, and So Saffron. So now, if you were a beginner stamper, do you think that that you would be able to make a card like this? Because I'm sure you would. Okay, so just because for my forever friend, how cute is that? Simple, easy, and so Melanie, no, it's not Mango Melody. It is So Saffron. The yellow is So Saffron. And I got, so Jeannie, you obviously joined a little bit late. I got it from our color coaches that we have. And I just looked up Magenta Madness, and it shows me some colors that you can that you can use that will join in really well with the Magenta Madness. All right, so now let's step it up a little bit and let's make a little bit more advanced cards. So this one we might do in Magenta Madness. I still think we might have the Coastal Cabana layer, because I seem to like that. So Magenta Madness will do the Coastal Cabana layer. So I'll cut that layer again. Actually, I might cut this layer down a little bit smaller so we get to see more of the Magenta Madness. So I've done it at 3.5 by 5 1/4. And then I think my Whisper White should fit on that I cut before. That was wrong. So we should be able to do 3.5, 3 1/4 by 5. Okay. So that's correct. Yep. Okay. Now, if we're going more of a casual crafter, I'm going to do a similar background, but then I'm actually going to stamp some flowers over it. So I want to do the same thing with, I might do the smaller one. Let's do this one. This one could be interesting. All right, so I'll pop that onto a block. Okay. So now what I want to do with this one, I've got my layers there, so I'll put that layer over there. So this one, I'm going to bring in my scrap so I can stamp off. I'm going to use the same color combination again. So I'm going to do, and I'm going to stamp off so I get a lighter look. Do I want to do it that way? I'm going to do it down this way. Okay, so I'm still going to get the lighter look. So I'm going to keep stamping off to get the lighter look. Coastal Cabana. Okay. Magenta Madness. Hey Camilla, how you going? They let you out. That is awesome. That's good news. That must mean that you're on the mend. That is awesome. Okay, so stamped off again with the Magenta Madness. Now, when you go from Magenta Madness and you want to go back into your So Saffron, make sure that you've got your stamp really nice and clean. There. Coastal Cabana, stamped off. And there. Magenta Madness, stamped off. And there. Stamparatus would be good for this as well. But of course I don't have my Stamparatus out at the moment, so I'm just going with the flow. Do So Saffron, and I think I can fit another Coastal Cabana in. Like that. Okay, so we've got a really cute edging, and then we've got some cute flowers in this set. So I think what I want to do, I want to check out my dies and see what my dies do. Okay, so the dies that go with this set, yes, we can. So I'm going to stamp a couple of the flowers. So I'll do some magenta flowers and some So Saffron flowers. And actually, I know what I'm going to do. I do know I need a sponge dauber. Okay, so that. Okay, I'm going to grab the large and the small flower. And I'm going to mount those up. Okay. And I'm going to do them on a scrap piece of white. So I'm going to do So Saffron Flowers, and I'm going to sponge a little bit with my magenta. I have no idea what this is going to turn out like, but we will see. Okay. Just going to go around the outside and a little bit in there. Let's see what this is going to look like. Ooh, not bad. So I'm going to clean that off again to make sure I don't contaminate my So Saffron ink pad. Okay, so I've inked up with So Saffron. Go around the edges with my Magenta Madness and just a little bit in the middle, like that. Oh, they're pretty flowers. Okay, so I've got the smaller flower. I'm going to ink up again and a little bit of edging. I'm just going to do that on the edge of that one. Pretty. All right. Now we've got some leaves as well. Does that cut out the leaves? Let me see what I've got. I'm just going to cut out the leaves in Coastal Cabana. Okay, so now we need to get the inks out of the way, and we need to bring in the little mini cut and emboss so that I can cut some things out. Okay, now I can cut out of the middle of my Coastal Cabana layer because this one's going to go over the top, right? So I can cut it out of the middle. I'm going to cut a couple of leaves out of the middle of that. So I'm going to get my plates. Okay. So I'm just going to run that through a couple couple of times. Thinking I want probably maybe 3 or 4 leaves. So the mini cut and emboss is awesome, and you can get this in your starter kit. So if you wanted to join, you can get this in your starter kit. I think it's from memory about $109, and it's super cute to be able to do this fine, small little die cutting pieces. It's handy to have on your desk, and so much quicker than the large one. And I find it's really good to not have to get out the big, large die cutting machine. The only restriction is that there's certain size dies that you won't be able to use with it because of the width of the platform that goes through. But for any of these small little flower pieces, it's fantastic. We've got quite a few of you on this morning. We're at 98. Do you think we could hit 100? If you haven't shared back to your social media, back to your Facebook, please feel free to hit that share button, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you like what I'm doing, please give me the thumbs up, because YouTube likes that. Okay. That, and we've got that done. Okay, so they're my leaves. And then I'm going to cut out those flowers. So we have a die to cut that out. So you can see that it's going to get covered up. No one's going to know that they've been cut out of there, but that's saving a bit of cardstock if you want to be the frugal crafter. Okay. Because a lot of people say to me, you could have cut that out of the inside of that. And I'm like, yes, I probably could have. All right, let's just cut this down a little bit. Okay, so let's pop those on. That one's going to go there like that. Let's pop this one on. And that one's going to go like that, yep. Just like that, and that one. Just on there like that. And I don't think you would have to really worry about how lined up you would be with these flowers, because they've got white around the outside, so it would look quite okay. And I'm a bit crooked there. Let's go that way. I'm just trying to hold it so that I don't get that die to move. And anyone that was organized might have some washi tape or some painter's tape to go on there to hold that, but I don't tend to use that. On my large die cutting machine, I use my magnetic plate. Okay, so there we have it. We've got flowers and some leaves cut out. Pop my little mini cut and emboss aside. Make sure I put my dies back into here so I don't lose them. Okay, like that. All right, so let's put this card together. And I also have a little bit of ribbon. So I thought I could use the Coastal Cabana. I could use either this one here that is like the stripe ribbon. So I want you to tell me top, middle, or bottom. So I've got this one here, which is like the stripe ribbon. I've got this one here, which is the more sheer colored ribbon. Or I have Magenta Madness. So tell me which ribbon you think I should use. Top, middle, or bottom? Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that because maybe the bottom might get held in review. Oh, sorry. Was someone asking me, Doris, were you asking me what stamp set it was? Yes, Brushed Blooms. Okay. All right. So type into the comments and let me know what ribbon you think I should use. I've got one for the bottom, one for the top, two for the bottom, three for the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Magenta Madness. Okay. Magenta Madness has got it beat. Let me see. Top. I think it was Magenta Madness, so we're going to have to go with that. All right. So I'm now going to glue this together. I did like the top one too, but that's okay. We might use it on our next card. You never know. So I'm just going to glue that together with some Tombow multi-purpose glue. Okay, so we've got that. I'm then going to use my Seal Plus. I've just got to see how I'm going to do this. Got my gorgeous flowers. 2 and 3. With my leaves. And okay, so I think I'm going to pop my ribbon going across this way and then tying underneath the flowers, I think. All right, so I need to tip that over and pop my ribbon on. So I'm using Seal Plus on the back. Just going to pop the ribbon into the Seal Plus, wrap it around. So I'm going between the Magenta Madness and the Coastal Cabana there. That wasn't meant to happen, it just happened. In case you thought I did mean for that to happen. It did. I just turned it over and went, oh, that's between the two. That's good. All right. Now, let's arrange these gorgeous flowers. So we have this one here. We have this one here and this one here. I think I want to pop the flowers up with dimensionals. So let's grab some of them. $108. Thank you for sharing, people. We've got past the 100 mark. That is awesome. All right, so I'm going to pop one flower there. I'm going to pop another flower overlapping but there. And this gorgeous little flower, I think I'm going to pop him up. Just, I'm going to pop him up the top because I want to still have that bow down the bottom. So we'll pop it up the top. Like that. And then with some glue dots, which are where over there, we will pop our leaves on. Now, when you're doing this with your leaves, make sure you be very careful when you pull them off because the stems are quite fine on them. So make sure when you do pull them off, I'm actually going to use my Take Your Pick tool so I can pull them off carefully. Because if you don't, you might pull a leaf off in trying to get that glue dot off. And and you don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to use my take your pick tool. So you can see here, use your take your pick tool. You can take it off and then you can place it where you want to place it. So I think I want to place that one down there. And another one here. So this is more for the casual crafter. So, so this is where you want to step it up a little bit, get a bit of dimension into your cards and using some die cut. So, and I think I'm going to put one more. Do I want to go there or do I want to, oops, I've got glue on there. Do I want to go there or there? Actually, I feel like I want to go down there. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's tie a bow and pop a bow on here. Do Aussies celebrate Valentine's Day or is it American? Yes, we do on 14th of February. Can't remember from my Melbourne days. Yeah, 14th of February, Sharon, is Valentine's Day here in Australia. Okay, so we're going to do that. And I want to pop that bow. I'm going to have it that it goes sort of under the flowers a little bit and pops out from under the flowers. So just in there like that. I think that's looking cute. All right, so we'll do that with a glue dot. I do tend to put a couple of glue dots on my bows if I'm going to pop a bow on with glue dots, just to make sure that it holds really well. Like that. Okay, what do we have here? We could do happy birthday. Let me see. Happy birthday is quite cute and little. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Grab a block. Okay, so do you think in stamp the happy birthday in Magenta Madness or in Coastal Cabana? Type into the comments what you think. Magenta Madness or Coastal Cabana for the stamp, for the sentiment. Just going to grab my classic, while you're typing that into the comments, I'm just going to grab my classic banner punch so that I'll be able to punch it out. So Doris is saying magenta. First one to get to 5. Magenta, magenta, Coastal Cabana. So 2 for magenta, 1 for Coastal Cabana. 3 for magenta. 3, 4 for magenta. Well, Magenta Madness is 1 again. All right, so I'm just going to bring in that scrap piece of paper that I had. And I'm going to stamp my happy birthday in Magenta Madness. I actually have, if you hang on today, actually no, I'm going to record a video. I did have a heart set out and I was actually going to do that. I was tossing up, what am I going to craft with this morning? And I do have another heart set out. So I might actually end up just, so I've stamped happy birthday in Magenta Madness. I might end up just doing a recorded video. Because I was going to do a nice little treat box, which I thought was quite cute. Okay, so we've got happy birthday. And I've used the classic label punch for that. And see, I'm thinking that I can pop the happy birthday in just here, which that's going to look quite cute. All right, so I'm just going to glue that with some Tombow because we've got enough dimension happening on this card already. Although I'm going to probably pop this layer up with dimensionals as well. Okay, so happy birthday. So just there, and I'm happy that it's hanging off the edge there because that just adds a little bit more when you pop that onto the card. Can you see how it's really nice that it protrudes out over that layer? I'm actually going to pop that up on dimensionals. I know that you're probably thinking, wow, how is that going to go through the post with all that dimension? But you know what? I like a wow factor on my cards. So I'm happy for it to be popped up as much as that. And I have the attitude that I'm happy to pay extra postage if my card really deserves it. Who else out there agrees with me? Pay the extra postage because we want to have that beautiful card sent to someone special. Okay, so I'm just going to take those backings off. Okay, and we'll pop that on the front on that Magenta Madness right there. That is looking so pretty. Sometimes I amaze myself. I'm winging it and I amaze myself. I'm like, how did I come up with that card? And you know, like, I think obviously a little bit of Wink of Stella could come in to play here. Bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers. That Wink of Stella is just about out. Let me see if I've got a better one. Does that one work any better? Oh yeah, that one's better. Bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers. And a bit of spritzing of Wink of Stella. Squeeze it. And spritz. So you just bash it on something hard. And you may not see that, but I don't know whether you can see that in the video, but we've got sprinkles of Wink of Stella. So it's got beautiful glimmer and shine all over. All right. So, of course, we need to make an insert for it because we didn't do the insert. So I'm just going to cut a piece of Whisper White. And I think for the insert, I might just do, where we've got 5.5, 3 3/4. Okay, so for the insert, I think I might just stamp a couple of those flowers just in the corner. Where has my flowers gone there? And you know what? I'm just going to see if there's, is there any left on there? Ink. So that they're faded. Ooh, look at that. And where's my other flower? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is over there. So I'm just huffing on them. And look at that. We've got some beautiful flowers there for the insert. So nice and soft and easy for the insert. So I didn't have to use any more ink. Exactly. Caroline says, yes, after all, we accumulate a few more pennies on postage is not expensive. Exactly. It's worth sending that wow factor card to someone, I think. Okay. So we'll pop that on the insert of that one. Okay. And there you have, oops, happy birthday and a beautiful insert. All right. So that's card number 2. Let's go to card number 3. So I thought what I would do for card number 3 is really ramp it up a little bit with these dies, and let's see what these dies can do. So first of all, I want to take this one here. Oh. Okay. So this one here, I want to actually use the pieces, well, I think I'm going to use the pieces that come out of it. So I'm going to need a piece of Coastal Cabana, a piece of Magenta Madness, and a piece of So Saffron again. Okay, Now I'm going to have to bring in the big die cutter. Just going to cut those at 3 3/4. Hopefully that's going to be wide enough for that. If it's not, and it's not, we'll do it out of the other pieces. That's okay. The pieces that I've got left over, all good. Now I did that so that I've got good layers left if I needed to use the layers, cutting it at 3 3/4. All right, so let's bring in the big die cutting machine. Okay, and I need my cutting pads. So I'm using my old magnetic plate from my, whoops. Now, someone said to me in one of my videos, I got a comment saying that those plates are disgusting as a demonstrator to be using in a video because they were all cut and worn. It just goes to show that I work, people. That's what I just need to say. I could not believe that comment. If I was using new cutting pads every time I did a video, I would be going broke. So I could not believe that comment. Needless to say, it got removed. Sometimes I can't believe how some people, yeah. And it was a day that I actually couldn't find my good ones, and I had to use an old set because I couldn't find my good ones. Okay, so can you see how that's going to leave that piece, but we're going to get these pieces. Okay, so I thought what I'll do is I'll cut one set out of each of them. Ruth saying that's so funny. I know, Ruth. I was like, is this person serious? Doesn't that just go to show that I do a lot of work? That I use my cutting pads a lot? I was like, okay then. Someone from OCD. Oh dear. I know. Carolyn's saying you should see mine. They work just as they are. Exactly. I know. I was like, wow, I'm bringing you free video content and you want to complain about the state of my cutting pads. Yes. Apparently I should be ashamed as a top Stampin' Up demonstrator to be using cutting pads like that. So thank you very much for that comment. They must be stinking rich, Bonnie. I know. Yeah, well, I mean, I did have a little bit of a chuckle about it, but yeah, wow. Okay, so I've also got some flowers here. Now, I don't know how these flowers are going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to cut them out of different colors. Well, I'm going to use those ones that I had there left. Okay, so we've got all of those as well. All right, so now I'm just going to take the colors and I'm going to cut out some of these flowers. So I'm going to cut out all of them and we will see what happens. I have no idea. I haven't used these dies yet, so your guess is as good as mine. We'll see what happens when they cut out. Okay. So, all right, I'm assuming that I can stamp the flowers and have that as an accent on them. Oh, if I can get them out. Okay, that. Has anyone used this set before and knows how these flowers go together? Because we might all be learning something here. I didn't check that out beforehand. Okay. All right, I'm just going to cut them out of pink and I'm going to see what it's like when I stamp the flower on white. And then, okay, let's put all them there so we don't lose them. I feel like I want to stamp the flower in maybe saffron. Karen says that she wonders why they would watch if that's what they want to comment about. I know. Exactly what Jeannie just said. It amazes me that people watch and complain about anything considering you're giving us your time and talent for free. Exactly. It's a free show, for God's sake. Only positive comments needed. All right, so I'm going to ink that up with saffron. Do a couple of them. A couple of them. And we will see. See, we can cut them out and do that. Or, oh my God, we can layer these all up on each other. Is that what happens? Okay, so I'm assuming, who knows how these go together? Maybe we might need to leave that for another time until I investigate a little bit further. Hey, Shirley. Sharon's saying, if you cut the solid flower in a dark color, you can cut the other part in lighter color and paper piece. Okay, well, I assumed that's what I was going to have to do, which I thought I was going to have to stamp it and then do it, but yeah. So in a solid piece, okay, so let's try cutting out these pieces and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we might cut out those pieces in the saffron, which I have some here. So we'll try that. It's a learning experience. We're all learning here. Actually, I'm thinking saffron and then the other pieces in saffron would look really nice. Like maybe tone on tone. So obviously the two larger pieces go on the larger flower. Or, okay, hang on, let's throw in another color here. Let's see if this makes any difference. Let's throw in this color. And let's grab those other pieces again. And we'll see what we come up with. That, and that. We might come up with a multicolored flower. Oh, Shirley, yeah, someone complained about how bad my cutting pads were in a video one day and that I should be ashamed as a top demonstrator to be using cutting pads like that on a video. I just laughed. I was like, wow. And I didn't respond. Okay, I need paper piercer for that. That one out. Okay, someone help me arrange these flowers. How is this physically going to work? Is this going to do my head in? Maybe we needed somebody to give us a video on how to assemble these flowers before I started. Okay, so we have a solid base. I'm thinking this one here. Line that up and line that up. Oh, look at that. And then maybe this other piece over the top. No, that one must be for the small one. Let me see. This one. Yeah, this is a new type of flower. You haven't seen this flower before. Ooh, what do you think? What do you think? Does that look like it's together the way it should be? Okay, let's try the small one. The small one, I think we could go like this. A hybrid rose. Okay, is it going to go there? There or there? Let me see. There. Yep, there for sure. Okay. And this one, I feel like it should probably go about there. What do you think? Rainbows. I know. This is a new design of rose. You didn't know it existed, but it does now. Okay. All right. So now with my card, the scene we've done Coastal Cabana for the layers on all of them. We might do Coastal Cabana as our base for this one. Okay, so like that. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to do, no, I need something behind it. I need a layer behind it. So let's do, is this one going to be big enough? Yes, it will. But no, we can't do that. We need to cut a new layer. So let's get a new saffron layer. And we'll cut that. 3 3/4. 5 1/2. And then I think I want a wisp of white layer on there as well. So wisp of white. 3 3 1/2. 5 1/4. Now the brush strokes are going to protrude out further from this, but I think that's going to look okay. All right, so let's set them down. So we've got that one. We've got that one. We've got one of them. Oh, this is pretty. Got this one. We've got that one. No, we need yellow. We need so saffron in there. Who's having fun sitting here playing with these with me? That one, that one, that one, and maybe a yellow. What do you think? Does it show the dimension if you layer the same color from the pieces from each flower? Does it show dimension? Yes. Yes, well, it will because you're layering it up. All right. So I think that looks really cute. I think I actually want to, do I want to create a flowery background behind? No. I know what I'm going to do. I've got it all worked out. I'm going to cut a stitch circle. Okay, so I'm going to glue these on. You ready for this? I'm going to glue these on. All right. So I'm going to start from the top because I feel like I want to have them even. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my piece of white. Just with my Seal Plus, I'm just going to run some Seal Plus down them and glue them on. So one there. And one there. And I'm going to stagger them all different ways. So there. There. One over this way. So honestly, if you have OCD, you don't want to be doing this card because nothing's going to line up. That way. No, I'm going to do that. And that. I think that's going to look cute. Yeah. Onto there. All right. So I'm going to layer those up. Sharon, so I'm going to buy that bundle now. I'm sorry, Sharon. What can I say? I do my job well. It was one, when I seen it, I was like, oh my God, I want that because of the brush strokes. Like I really liked the brush stroke background. But when I could see that there was a die that matched, I was like, oh, I could have a really good fun time with that. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to have to glue these roses together. So, as I've seen before, this matches that bit. Is that correct? No. Where was I before? Let's get this right. There. No. Let's spin it around until we can see that it fits somewhere properly. There. Yes. Okay, there. So can you see that? I just spun it around until it could fit on there, that nothing was protruding out. So obviously what we're going to have to do is line up this piece here. So you can see here, we've got this piece here on the solid bit, and then we're going to line it up there on that piece. So we've got that one sorted. Glenda says that she likes sets with good background stamps and dies. Me too, Glenda. I love them. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that over. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the back. All right. And then I'm going to line up those 2 points again, like I said. So that bit down the bottom, line it up and glue it on. So that's one piece of the rose. Now we've got this piece. So I'm assuming this piece, we line that up with that piece as well. What do you think? Or do we line it up with... Where do you think we should line it up? I don't think it really matters, but oh, maybe there. Like that. Yes. Okay, so I've lined up that little peaky piece there. Can you see that? So that little peaky piece there and this piece here. So this is going to take a little bit to work out, but I think once you work it out, they look quite nice. And I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters as far as it's sort of that abstracty type of thing, because a rose never looks even. So my belief is if a rose doesn't look even, it doesn't matter. So I'm just, oops, a daisy, gonna, and now I've got glue everywhere, line up those peaky pieces there. Like that. Okay, that looks cute. Okay, let's try this big one. Now, I'm going to have to find a piece. I feel like, let me see. Okay, there. Can you see that? So this piece here, once I lined up, all you've got to do is look at the outside piece and try and line it up with one of the parts of the outside to see where it should sit. And you can see once I've lined that up, it then sits over the top of the rose. Do I need the other piece underneath or on top? No, I think I'm going to do it on top. So I think we're working from the solid piece up to the not so solid piece. All right, so let's put some glue on that. And my glue doesn't want to work. This would do your head in. That's okay, but we're talking about avid stampers here. Avid stampers would sit here and work that out. Just saying. All right, so that was that piece there that I had lined up. I'm nearly positive. Yes, that piece there. And that lines up the rest. Okay, so we've got that. Now, the next piece. I'm feeling like oh, I know what we're going to line up. Yeah. Okay, so this little piece here in the middle, right here. Hang on, I get my take your pick tool. This little piece here in the middle, you can see. You just got to look at something that's similar, that's underneath, that would line up as well. So we're going to do that. So I'm just going to grab some glue on there. And I might, with my take your pick tool with the putty end, I feel like I need new glue. Okay, so a couple of dobs of glue on there. And I'm going to line up that little piece in the middle. Like that. And then that lines up with everything else. Look at that. They're cute. I like that. How cute is that? Shirley. I did say, Shirley, you know, maybe if you're a very particular person, you may not want that. All right, so we're going to do that. So I've got that happening. Now, I want some leaves. So I'm going to do some leaves. I'll grab a little bit of my Coastal Cabana and we'll grab some leaves. And I'm going to drum this up a little bit more with some beautiful ribbon. Okay, so let's do that. And we'll grab the leaf dye. Will they fit on there? Yeah, they will. Run that through. Grab a few leaves. Now there is another dye for the leaf as well to put some veiny pieces in the leaf that you could use. Okay, another leaf. I think we might just do 2 leaves on that one. Okay. Now I'm going to drum this up a little bit with the ribbon. Now I'm not sure whether I want to use that one. I think I want to use this one. I do. And then I want to do like a double bow. So I'm just going to cut a long piece off. Okay. Now, I'm not even going to wrap ribbon around. I'm just going to cut a long piece off and do a double bow. So I've cut a long piece off. I'm just going to cut that in half. You thought the peonies were difficult initially. I know, Jenny, and they turned out to be not too hard. I probably made it look a little bit more difficult than what it has to be because I haven't played with it yet. And I haven't seen anyone use them yet to find out some tips, but I should have probably had to go at it before I actually got on and did a live video with it. But anyway. Okay, so I've got double ribbon here and I'm just going to tie a bow like I normally do with the double ribbon. Okay. All right, and then that's going to fluff up so I get a double bow. Okay, so that looks really pretty. All right, so I'm going to pop those up onto some dimensionals. And that one. And I also seen I've got my sponge out here. I want to sponge these flowers as well because I think that will make them look a little bit prettier as well. So just with my Magenta Madness, I'm going to go around the edges. And just a bit of colour in the middle. That makes them look even prettier. Gives it a little bit more dimension. Kind of looks tie-dyed. Yep. It's cute. Okay, get rid of that ink. All right. So I'm going to pop those up onto my dimensionals and pop them on the front. Pop a couple of leaves out. There and there. So I'll grab my glue dots for those. Oh, and I have a glue dot on the outside here that I must have missed. I have no idea why that's there. Okay. And another one there. Once again, I'm using my take your pick tool to take that off so I don't tear my leaves. That one. And then that one in there. Okay. And then this gorgeous bow is going to sit in here, which I think is really, really just that fine sheerness of the bow, I think makes it. And if we can pull those out, pull that out. Cute as a button. All right, I'm going to stick that on with a bit of Seal Plus so that it keeps my bow separated. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to pop it up because this is an Avid card, so it needs to be popped up and have a bit of dimension happening. And a bit of satisfaction here. I'll be using probably all of these dimensionals here, so that will make me happy and satisfied that I've finished a sheet. Is there anyone else out there that's totally satisfied when they finish a full sheet of dimensionals? Oh, I won't quite. I nearly will. Not quite though. Can I raise the flowers up closer to the camera? Sure. How's that, Carol? So you can see you've got the nice intricate pieces, and then sponging just makes them stand out even more. All right, so we'll pop that onto the front of the card. I have to say I was up painting last night. Shirley came to visit me yesterday. I've been trying to paint inside our house, and so far I have 2 bedrooms done, 1 lounge room done, and half of a family room. I actually put the 2 coats of colour on the family room walls last night. So it was a fairly busy night. All right. So we'll pop that on there. Okay, so now for this card, we might do just because again, I think. I think it's a great saying. So we might do just because. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to do happy birthday again because I need some birthday cards. So I'm going to do happy birthday if I can find where I put the happy birthday stamp. There it is there. And I think I'm going to clean it off. I might do it in Coastal Cabana this time. Clean that off. Okay, grab a piece of white again and ink it up with my Coastal Cabana. What colour am I painting my walls, Sue? I'm painting my walls, it's called Grey Fog. And it's an off-white. It's just a really light gray. And then I'm doing all white architraves or skirting boards. All the trimmings are white. So I've got gray walls and white trimmings. Okay, happy birthday. And I think I might, where do I want to pop the birthday? Happy birthday. Across there. No, I don't want to cover up the flowers too much. I'm thinking down here and popped up. What do you think? Down the bottom and popped up? I can't see it sitting anywhere else. I really can't. I feel like down there and popped up over the ribbon will be good. Okay, let's see if they're going to fit, which they will. Down the bottom says Glenda. Okay, so if you want to be in the running for a giveaway at the moment, please make sure you share my video back onto social media. And you need to type into the comments. I can only do a giveaway. I might do a couple of giveaways today. So I can only do giveaways to people that live in Australia. I'm sorry I can't give away to overseas. But type in where you're from, what state you're from in Australia, and where you're watching from. And I will choose a winner at the end of this video. So stay tuned because there will be some giveaways. Maybe just under the flowers, says Vicky. All right, so now I'm going to use the Playing with Patterns resin dots. And I looked at these and I thought, you know what? They go so well with this. Look at that color combination. So I'm just going to pop a couple of the smaller ones around. So I think I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana and just pop a few small ones around. And just in the shape of a triangle, it's just more pleasing to the eye. If it's in the shape of a triangle, I might pop that one there. Okay, so typing into the comments where you're from, in what state you're from, if you want to be in the running for a giveaway. I'll just bring back in what I have done today. I'm going to put those dies in there so I don't lose them. Oh, Bernie's with you as well, Vaughn. That's good. So you're getting together and doing your crafting? Okay, so we have, this one here was the more avid crafter. And I think if it was an avid crafter, I probably need to add a bit more wink of Stella to it as well. Because we all need a bit of wink, don't we? And if we're an avid crafter, for sure we would have wink of Stella on our cards. All right. And then I think I'm going to spritz it as well. Okay, so squeezing and a bit of a spritz on there just to add some cute little sparkles. I don't know whether you can see in the camera there, but it adds just such a cute little sparkle on there. All right. All right, so for the lucky winners for today, I have Trish Perry from Benora Point. Congratulations, Trish. I'm going to send you some of these cute little heart epoxy droplets. So congratulations, Trish Perry from Benora Point. Now you need to send me your address at bejeweled01@gmail.com to claim your prize. You have 2 weeks to claim your prize. And if you don't claim your prize, it goes back into the drawer and someone else will win it again. So congratulations to Trish Perry. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to write Trish's name on there. Trish. Okay, do we want another giveaway? Do we want more? What else do I have in my little box of goodies down here? So congratulations, Trish. If you email me your address details, I will pop that in the post. And for anybody that won last week, I haven't been to the post office yet, so don't panic. It is coming. All right. Now, what else do I have? Okay, so for another lucky winner, okay, I have a stamp set here that do you know what? Vicky Newman. Congratulations, Vicky. You have won the Zoo Globe stamp set. So, Vicky, you need to contact me also. Vicky Newman. So, congratulations. You have just won the gorgeous Zoo Globe stamp set. All right. Do we want one more winner? One more winner. What do you think? One more winner? Okay, so let me see. One more winner. You have to type in where you're from, where you're watching from. Okay. So for the next winner, who have we got? We have Lyndall Comerford. Lyndall, congratulations. Lyndall is from Kingaroy in Queensland. Congratulations, Lyndall. Lyndall Comerford. So, Lyndall, please make sure you email me your name and address so that I can pop your prize in the post. And I will be going to the post hopefully early this week. So congratulations to those winners. I just wanted to say a few more things just before you all go. I'll bring back in the cards that I made. So we did the avid crafter, we did the casual crafter, which is probably bordering on nearly avid anyway. And we did the gorgeous beginner crafter. And the beginner crafter, you could probably add a couple of those beautiful pattern play resin dots, and it would have made it probably a little bit more special as well. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, and I had them all here. Where did I see that? So I've got a demonstrator program going at the moment. So demonstrator business program. So if you're a demonstrator and you were thinking about taking your business to the next level, my step-by-step business building program, I'm taking registrations at the moment. To register for the demonstrator step-by-step business building program, you need to go to stampingwithdonnag.com and click on the business building program tab, and it will give you all the informations and the way to sign up there. If you sign up, please make sure you check your spam emails to make sure that you've got your registration confirmation email, because that confirmation email gives you access to the member website and to the Facebook group. So anyone that has signed up that hasn't joined the Facebook group and that hasn't got that confirmation email, please reach out to me and make sure, and I will resend the email to you. The other thing is my monthly stamps club is the Vine Design stamp set this month. So if you were interested in getting a stamp set and a card kit to make 6 cards and a video tutorial monthly for $45 per month, the Vine Design is the stamp set that we have chosen. I'm about to design those and cut kits this week coming. So it's not too late if you wanted to jump in and register for my monthly stamps club. Please feel free to, as I said, once again, go over to stampingwithdonnag.com and look on monthly stamps club, and you can find the information there. And For this month only, this month and February, we have the beautiful starter kit special, which is super, super awesome. You get the 5 packs of designer series paper for free on top of choosing $235 worth of product. So these are the 5 packs of designer series paper. You get 200 sheets of paper. It's about $100 worth. They're in all the color families, and they are brand new paper that is not yet released yet. It's going to be released in our brand new catalog, our annual catalog in May this year. So the only way that you can get this paper is to be a demonstrator and order it and pay for it, or to become part of my Wild Heart Crafters team, and you get it for free on top of choosing $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. For that deal, you will get to be able to enjoy a 20% discount for at least 5.5 months at this stage. And even if you don't make the quarterly amounts, people ask me, what are the quarterly amounts? The quarterly amount is $467 per quarter retail. So you get discount off that. It works out about $156 retail per month to be able to stay current. So, and it's no drama. If you don't stay current, then you just get to become a customer again or purchase a starter kit again. But as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team, you get all of my Stamps Club videos. You get the Business Builder step-by-step program. All of my team members get that business step-by-step program for free. And you get lots of inspiration. We have a team page. We have a monthly team meeting, which is coming up this Tuesday night. We have a monthly team meeting that we get together via Zoom. It's a super, super awesome time to join and an awesome time to shop. Also, during the months of January and February, for every $90 you spend, you get to choose a free item out of our mini catalog. Our mini celebration catalog. So for every $90 you spend, you earn a level 1 item. So if you are interested in that, if you ever have any questions or you wanted to chat with me, you were thinking about joining and you have a few questions, feel free to call me on my phone number. As you can see in the top of that screen there, every time I do a video, my mobile phone number is there. You will also find it in the show more box down below. So thank you everyone for spending a bit of time with me this morning, and I hope you enjoyed our regular Sunday morning get together. I'm really enjoying the Sunday morning time slot. So until next time, everybody, have a lovely weekend. Please stay safe, stay well, and until I see you next time, bye.